This is the free motion quilting tutorial for Love Butterfly. We're going to get started in the center of our quilting space and stitch a simple heart shape. I'll return to that starting point, and then I'm going to swirl downward a slightly smaller heart shape. And return to that center point, and now what I want to do is basically form the exact same two heart shapes on the opposite side. I really want to go for symmetry here. I'm aiming for a cute butterfly shape made of hearts. Okay, and I've got space for one more. There we go. And just to make it kind of look more like a butterfly, I'm going to swirl up and stitch a cute little antenna right there. Travel stitch back. I'm just stitching a slightly straight line and then swirling into a circle and then swinging around and around until I build up that space completely. Okay, so right now that's pretty simple and basic, and that's a really cute way to add a very nice butterfly motif to any quilt. But what if you wanted it to be bigger and you wanted it to stand out better? Well, the way to do that is echo quilting. So I'm going to start in the center. I'm going to work my way around that butterfly shape, echo quilting it. In this situation, I'm echo quilting it about 1/8 of an inch away. I'm going to hit down in here, connect with that, and then swing around this bottom one. So in this way, I'm just bouncing around, connecting in the space where the wings meet, and then swinging around and out in order to reach that spot. Now I'm going to have a bit of a tricky area around these antennae. I obviously don't want to keep building up echoes and cover them up. That would look kind of weird. So instead, I think I'll start bringing my echoes out further, so that they start maybe right here and they kind of stack that way. And I can even mark this on my quilt so that way I kind of keep a game plan in mind. Never hesitate to just grab a marking pencil and mark something. Mark a little guideline on your quilt so that way you remember what you're doing. And in this case, I'm using the Fons and Porter marking pencil. It's really a great pencil. It brushes off really, really easily, but it stays in place long enough that I can get these quilting lines in. Okay, so I'm going to run along that line and keep bouncing around. And this is a great way to practice echo quilting. Echo quilting can be a bit of a challenge to learn when you're first getting started. But something like this little butterfly shape, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect, because you can just keep practicing and working on them, and they're still going to look really cute. Now in this situation, I'm not taking my echo quilting all the way into that space between the petals. I'm just bouncing around it and keeping that about 1/8 of an inch distance consistent even when I'm doing those little pointy shapes. It's totally up to you how you do it though. There's 1,000,001 ways to quilt this butterfly. I'm really enjoying this shape, and I think it'll be a very fun motif to play with. So I'm going to keep bouncing around, and I'm going to speed up the video so you can watch me fill the entire square. here's what it looks like whenever you finish Love Butterfly. If you're looking for free motion quilting tools and supplies, definitely click here to go to the quilt shop at leahday.com and find many tools specifically for free motion quilting on your home sewing machine.